I think, Sam, first of all, you've got to understand quite how much has been achieved already since the 14th of August. This is an extraordinary airlift. We've evacuated 9,000. The UK alone has taken 9,000 people out of Kabul. I think 57 flights. Huge effort by our military, and we will go on right up until the last moment that we can. But you've heard what the President of the United States has had to say. You've heard what the Taliban have said. And I think you've got to understand the context in which we're doing this. We're confident we can get thousands more out, but the situation at the airport is not getting any better. There are public order issues. There are harrowing scenes for those who are trying to get out. And it's tough for our military as well. And so what we've done today at the G7 is we've got together the leading Western powers and agreed not just a joint approach to dealing with the evacuation, but also a roadmap for the way in which we're going to engage with the Taliban, as it probably will be a Taliban government in Kabul. And the number one condition we're setting as G7 is that they've got to guarantee right the way through August the 31st and beyond, safe passage for those who want to come out. Now, some of them will say that they don't accept that, and some of them, I hope, will see the sense of that, because the G7 has very considerable leverage, economic, diplomatic, and political. I'm totally realistic about the Taliban, and I don't think that anybody is going to pretend that this is anything other than a very difficult situation. But that doesn't mean that we should ignore the leverage that we have. We want to help with the humanitarian crisis, the difficulties that people in Afghanistan, people fleeing Afghanistan, are going to experience. But when it comes to engaging with the Taliban and engaging with the government in Afghanistan, whatever its exact composition, the G7 has huge leverage. And today, the G7 agreed, we brought them together, and they agreed a roadmap for future engagement with the Taliban. So that, if those huge funds are going to be unfrozen eventually for use by the government and people of Afghanistan, then what we're saying is Afghanistan can't lurch back into becoming a breeding ground of terror. Afghanistan can't become a narco state. Girls have got to be educated up to the age of 18, and so on. And those are important things that we value as G7. Those are things that unite us in the West. Those are things, by the way, for which we fought for years in Afghanistan, and for which people in this country gave their lives. And the point that was made today by G7 leaders is that we remain committed to those values, and we remain committed to Afghanistan. But the number one condition that we're insisting upon is safe passage beyond the 31st, so beyond this initial phase, for those who want to leave Afghanistan.